All right, here we are in problem number 3 from the chapter 1 review, number 152. Number 3 says, determine the equation for each of the following. So here we go with the first one. First of all, I'm going to tell you, I know for sure that it's an absolute value of something. So that's good. All three of these are, in fact. And I know also that these are all going to have a negative in front of them because they have a negative, well, they have a slope. They're going upside down, so they're negative in front. So the thing I have to find out first is what the slope is of one of these things. So if I go from any 2 points on the graph, I see that this goes up 2 into the right 1, or if you could look at this one, down 2 and to the left, or up 2 into the left 1. So in either case, the slope of this one is going to be -2 because a rise over run, or the y change versus the x change, is 2. Next, I'm going to find out what this horizontal shift is, a horizontal and vertical shift. This goes over 2 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 5 from the origin. So therefore, it's going to be x minus 2 plus 5, and that's my equation. It's done. I've got a slope of -2, and it's going through the point 2, 5, so we're done. The next one is in a different location. It's at -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's -5, +2, but it has a different slope. It looks like. Let me get a better pen here. If I go down, looks like it goes down 3 into the right one, or right and left one. So it looks like this is going to have a slope of -3, down 1, 2, 3, and over 1. So y equals -3, x plus 5 going to the left 5, and up 2. Done. Next one is going to have a slope. It looks like a little fatter, so it looks like there's a point over here. And if I start at my vertex, it goes down 1 and to the right 3. So this one's going to have a slope, or a number out of an a value, or a dilation of -1/3. -1/3 x, and I didn't figure out where the vertex is. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -2 +5 makes it x plus 2 plus 5. This is an absolute value bar, or it's trying to be. Maybe it will be when it grows up. Okay, I might as well do 3 and 4 together since that was fairly short, hopefully short. Determine the new function of g of x if f of x equals this thing transformed by, and these are the same problem except in a different order. The first one says first a vertical shift up by 5, then a vertical stretch by 3, versus first a vertical stretch by 3, then a vertical shift up. So they're almost the same problem. One is going to be, the first one is going to be a vertical shift up by 5, then multiply the whole thing by 3, versus the other one, which is first the vertical shift and then it's up 5 afterwards. So really what's going to happen is that the first one, the 3 is going to affect the 5, making it a 15, versus the first one is not doing that. So if I was to do this, I'm going to write it out like this. I'm going to first say, if I take the original function, 3 absolute value of x plus 4, and I shift up 5, I think that most people will see that's 9. But then I'm going to take that whole mess, just like in the notation, I'm going to take the whole thing and I'm going to multiply it by 3, making the new function more easily seen as 9 absolute value of x plus 27. Both of those are acceptable, but the second one's nicer because it doesn't have as many parentheses. And the second one, what we're going to do is, the first thing we're going to do is a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. So the first thing we're going to do with this one is we're going to take 3 times the whole thing, 3 absolute value of x plus 4, and then we're going to add 5 afterwards, like an afterthought or something. So we're going to end up with 3 times this thing will be 9 absolute value of x plus 12. That would be the distribution, plus 5. So actually, we should probably write our final answer as the absolute value of 9 times the absolute value of 17 of x plus 17.